I was working in the inner city with kids and found that they could steal my car in 90 seconds, but they couldn't read. And I had to figure out why. Why was that happening? And then as soon as I started working on it, about a couple of years, I was hooked.
Hi, my name is Isa, and that was my teacher, Pat. When I was 7 years old, I was diagnosed with dyslexia, and I struggled with reading. But Pat helped me realize that I was capable of more.
I've been an educator for almost 40 years. I taught school for 18 years, and I've been doing my present work for 18. In between that was volunteer experience, working with kids in the inner city. A lot of people think they're just dumb, and that they have, just because they have a disability to connect with the classroom, they have a disability everywhere. In other words, they don't have any abilities.
When I was little, I was afraid that my friends would find out that I had a learning disability. So when it came to testing, I had to go down and I would tell my friends I was going to Narnia so that they wouldn't find out. And I was frustrated all the time that no one really knew what I was going through or felt like.
Well, if you fall down enough, right? If you fall down enough, it's really hard. And so you have to push for what you want. And so working with kids with disabilities is their own confidence, their lack of confidence. You were ornery. You had a really bad attitude when we started, and just because you would say, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. This is stupid. This is boring. And I think that attitude comes when your brain says, I'm smart, but you're not able to perform. And so you knew that you were smart, but you couldn't show it because the ways that you were smart was not what I was measuring. One of the things that I do a lot of is, this is our gym area that you're in right now, and then we have a lab. In the lab we're doing mostly reading and math, the academic kinds of things. Isa is a really right brain person, which is creative, imaginative. The logical sequential part wasn't there. So we would come in here, do things on a balance board, on a balance beam, throw bean bags together, throw cush balls together, things that she was engaged in and didn't realize she was learning while she was doing it. I think the greatest challenge really was the inability to really pick up information off the page. Reading was really a struggle. And when you just got bored with it, you certainly let us know. A lot of kids in Isa's position, when she couldn't read, it was really about her inability of her eyes to move. When you look at something, your right eye sees the left side and your left eye sees the right side. That's how we all read. So when you do it, some people don't converge. They go like this instead of like this. So you can read, the dog was in the house, looks like the dog was in the hose, because you lost the U. You go, whoa, that didn't make sense. So you read it again and it says the dog was the house. You go, wow, that didn't make sense. It's simply because you missed the little word in. So her difficulty was her inability to track, not her inability to understand it, but her inability to track it. And so it was very, very difficult.
Once I started working with Pat, I realized that I didn't have to be ashamed of my learning disability, that I can do everything that any other kid could do. It's just going to take me a little longer time to finish. And I hope any other kid with a learning disability, that you shouldn't be ashamed of being or having a learning disability, that you are smart, you can do everything. It's just going to take you a little bit longer time to complete.
But sometimes they don't know that. They just need somebody behind them to let them know that they are smart, that they can go on, that they can succeed. That disability doesn't mean in everything. They have the abilities, it's just that they're not used in school a whole lot.